Hi, and welcome to another segment of Virtual History VB. I'm Miriam, and today we're going to be talking about holiday traditions. So let's start here with this wreath. This is actually from my house, but wreaths predate what we think of them today. They even go all the way back to when the Romans and the Greeks were still around. And it's supposed to symbolize unity and everlasting life. It was later adopted by the Christians, and it was a symbol of those things. But the things on it, even like the poinsettias and the pine cones, that may have come later on in history. But since we're talking about poinsettias, let's go ahead and talk about where they come from and where they originate. So these guys here actually are not plants that you should probably keep outside. They are tropical, and they originally came from what's now Mexico, but they probably were significant to people like the Aztecs. And their vibrant colors sort of remind us of that Christmas spirit, that nice brightness. And as we continue, let's go ahead and look at these trees here. So I have a couple different examples. I have some little wooden ones, picked up at the store. Then I have this little fake one here. But what we think about trees today isn't necessarily how trees were decorated a while ago. They are a little bit more of a fire hazard in the past. These usually had some candles all throughout them instead of the beautiful lights that we have today. And the ornaments that we have, they may have been things that you would have found in nature instead. So pine cones would be a great source of those, but even things like fruit could adorn those trees. In fact, when we think about our ornaments today, and these are some just from my tree, we typically don't think about orange slices, but oranges and other fruits like it were something that even in the Great Depression and World War II were used to decorate. And these guys actually made this morning. So to dry these guys out, all that you have to do is set your oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit and then slice up the oranges, place them on a cookie sheet with a little bit of parchment paper, and then for about 4 to 6 hours, you're going to flip them until they're just a nice golden color. And you can sort of feel them sometimes too. If they're a little bit juicy, maybe put them in for a little bit longer. But once you're done, and I have a couple right over here, all you have to do, just take your little hanger here, these little wire hangers, and you can just stick it through your orange. And now, it's ready to hang on your tree, just like that. But oranges weren't just meant for decorations. Fruit was hard to come by, even in the past, and so sometimes these were delicacies, especially oranges, because they're a little bit exotic. But these guys could have been found in stockings. In fact, in German cultures, sometimes they are still found in stockings. Like with my family, we give these to each other in our stockings, or St. Nicholas does. He'll put them in there, and it's a nice sweet treat on Christmas morning. So let's go ahead and talk about the people who are here at these sites. Now this is fake holly, but holly actually grows abundantly in this area in Virginia. And even at the Thurgood House, there's some beautiful holly trees out there. These would have been things that you could have used to adorn your homes, especially during the 1700s, the 1800s, when Christmas trees were not popular. You could also use some candles, maybe put them in the windows, but also there's one more thing, and that's the Yule log. Yuletide was a celebration of the winter solstice. And this Monday, December 21st, is our winter solstice. So, starting from the winter solstice all the way up to 12th night, which is January 6th, the Yule log would have been lit every single night to symbolize and celebrate winter solstice. In fact, a lot of these traditions are rooted in pagan holidays. So when you are sitting around the fire tonight, maybe around a nice movie, drinking some hot chocolate, go ahead and try to think back to some of these past traditions and how they influence our celebrations today. All right, happy holidays, everyone.